issues and reality. Today I have with me uh, a civil rights analyst, a civil rights activist, a public affairs analyst, and a columnist. I don't know. I call him a lot of names. But when you there is something. When you hear Comr in Kwara State, is one of the first two names. I don't know the one you might remember first, but if it's not first, it must be second. So I have a comrade with me. He has been a comrade, and I don't know if he will forever be a comrade because this is Kwara. The comrade today can be a minister tomorrow or an honorable tomorrow. You're welcome, sir.
The introduction is somehow. Thank you for having me. It is my pleasure to be with you on Issue and Reality today once again. Our viewer at home, good evening. Thank you.
You see, there's an implication to that introduction, and trust me, before we leave this program, I will show you the implication. But the program today is the state of the state, and when we talk about Kwara State, it's not because you're sitting here and I'm seeing you. I can beat my chest everywhere to say that one of the people I trust so much in this country will analyze the issue of this state without fear of contradiction with anybody. You say it the way you say it. That's why I say when we talk about the state of the state of Kwara State today, like from your own perspective, please, you know, you are wearing three clothes. A civil rights analyst, a civil rights activist, you are a comrade, and also a public affairs analyst. So, for example, talk about hunger. You know, currently we have the NLC, the Kwara State government, and the civil service, minimum wage issues. The palliatives and everything that is going on in the state. And then, you know, Kwara State currently, the government of the day we say is they call it a site, a construction site. Because there's no way you turn where you not see the government working. So if the people are saying they're hungry, and the government is working every day, we can see almost every day we move in asphalt. We always have a place to lay our asphalt. But as an analyst, yesterday I checked your social media and you wrote something there. I was like, if the government is doing all this, why is Comr saying this? You said something. You said, I don't want to say that, but with all those things, do you think he really?
My good brother, thank you for having me once again. You see, the reality on ground shows that we are not where we're supposed to be. The reality on ground shows that the Kwarans are finding it difficult to cope with economic reality of the country and of the state. The reality of ground shows that Kwara are sovereign. The reality of ground shows that there is serious hardship in Kwara State. The reality of ground shows that our people are not find it easy to put food, on the table of their family. So the reality of ground shows that the governor, Malam Brazak, has not done enough to ameliorate the suffering of our people. And the reality of ground shows that our people are not ready to change the narrative. The reality of ground shows that our people have not prepared their mind to hold those in government to be open, to be transparent. The reality of ground shows that our people are not ready to even ask what brought them here, why the hardship. So the totality of where we are today assures that the government has failed in their own part. Totality of where we are today assures that the citizen inclusiveness need to be up. The totality of where we are today assures that the media, the civil society, community-based organizations, faith-based organizations need to do more to hold those in government accountable. Because I always disagree with people that said that we need to seek God's favor for this hardship to be ameliorated. I said, no. What do we want God to do for us that God Almighty Allah have not done to us? Is it the rain that is not falling? Is it the sun that is not shining? Is it what? Tell me. So it is purely leadership failure. And at the same time, it is purely citizens' lack of education, lack of inability of the citizen to hold those in government, to drag them, to be open, to be transparent, to serve the people interest. Because, my brother, let's tell ourselves the truth. It is true, it is fact that before this administration come on board, Nigeria is in a state of anomy. And if country is in a case of matam, it is the culpability of those in government to seek solutions, to seek redress where redress is. Because it could lead to unemployment, it could lead to insecurity, it could lead to what we are experiencing today, hardship, inflations. So that's exactly what we are experiencing. And you see, all these developed countries that we see, that people are coping with the economy of the country, things is going on well, there is security, there is a value for human life and everything. It is as a result of the citizen inclusiveness. So in Nigeria here, and in Kwara State here, we have allowed politics to becloud our reasoning. So, and it is where we have to leave politics apart and prioritize the welfareism of the citizen. So it is then that we can get it right. Because the Kwara State of today shows that a lot still need to be done to move the state forward. Yes, we can see governor projects everywhere, but my brother, let's tell ourselves the truth. Yoruba have adage for every situation. Yoruba said, "Ebi panu, olose nkolowo." So what our people need at this critical time is food on their table. The practice.
The government should abandon their projects and start feeding the people.
My brother, you see, how will government embark on projects that is not the priority, that is not the people priority? So you understand? Is it the project that the people need? How many people did the government consult before embarking on this project? And we must know that this project were funded by taxpayer money, by Kwara State money. So it is not the money is not come directly from the governor pocket. And these are the reason that the citizen need to get involved. You can't be spending public money, taxpayer money, without being open, without being transparent.
Isn't the government not transparent?
You see, my brother, when we are talking of transparency, it is a topic entirely. And this present government, you will see that my organizations, early network development, likewise some media practitioners in Kwara State. So I've been holding the government, I've been asking the government that all these projects you embark on. You see, the first thing that we need to discuss is all these projects that the government embark on, that are executing for the people. Is people being carried along? Is it the project that the people of Kwara State want? We are talking of International Conference Center.
Don't you think we need that?
Is that what the people of Kwara State need?
Then Kwara State.
We are talking of
work there.
We are talking of Ilorin Future Heart. Is that what the people of Kwara State need? You see, if you want to govern state, you need to understand the problem of the state, the culture. We should do away from copying foreign ideology. Let's execute projects that will better the life of the citizen of the Kwara State. As poor as the state is, before Megida come on board, you see that Kwara State is poor. But now, Kwara State is no more a poor state. There is money in this state. And one thing we need to know is what any event that happened today will become history tomorrow, where people will be making reference to it. So we want those in government today to know that our people are sovereign. Our people are seriously suffering. And now, if you could remember, when you put people in the dark, there's limit to it. Because light will surely shine. And the moment light shine, Timon about today, there is problem. And this hunger of a thing, it shows that the government are not serving the people interest. They are not serving the people interest. Let me share this with you.
Okay, sir.
I wrote the commissioner of police, I wrote the DSS, that I want to organize a peaceful protest, an hunger protest in the state. That the state is in serious problem. That our people are very difficult to cope with the economic reality of the state. The commissioner of police invited me. I entered into the commissioner of police. He told me, "Comrade, welcome. You can see this is your letter on my table. The protest must not hold." I said, "The protest we hold. There is hardship in the land. Our people are very difficult to cope with economic reality." The same youth, the same Kwara youth wrote petition against me. They said, "I'm working with Sowore." They said, "I want to cause problem in the state." You can see, I call it crab mentality. You know, when you put crab in a bucket, the moment any one of you trying to escape, other will drag it down. So that is just the scenario that is playing out in Kwara State. And what we need to do, the Kwara is slumbering. Kwara is snoring. Kwara is moving like in a snail pace. And we need to wake up from our deep sleep. We need to sit down and reason. This is not where we're supposed to be. The hardship is too much. And some people will say that, is it only Kwara? Is it only Kwara? But we need to discuss about our own state. Since President Tinubu have came into the office since last year, the allocation to the local government have tremendously increased. But where is this money? Is it translate to the, is it hard to the people's life? So a lot of things wrong with our system. And I know that they are man-made problem.
Let me comment. You said that people are hungry. And you would know that across the government, the federal government recently increased the minimum wage. Across the government has keyed into that. So I don't know. We cannot be throwing money in the street. So the government will tell you that surely. That we cannot be throwing money everywhere on the street. But is there any way we can do? We probably is effectively a civil servant state. So if we make our money through the civil servant, but we have more than doubled the payment of these so-called civil servants. So what do you think we should do? And then if we talk about the project side of it, almost everywhere you touch, you turn in this state. There's one project or the other coming in, because we want this state to be open to other opportunities aside from the civil service.
You see, two questions are here. First is, what will government do to ameliorate the suffering of Kwaras? Nobody asked the government to be throwing money on the street. But what we are saying is, Kwasip is there. There's used Kwasip to ameliorate Kwara suffering. I have seen some argument on social media this morning regarding the press secretary to the governor interview on one of the local radio stations in Kwara State this morning, that over 12 billion naira. If I'm not, budgeted for Kwasip. Is it on other 2024 budget? Transparency is needed here. So how is this money distributed? There are much have been distributed to the small and medium enterprises in Kwara State. Who got what?
We are in the media.
Where are the name of the beneficiary? So how much? So where are the account where this money transfer into? You see, a similar scenario happened in 2016 in Kwara State. If you could remember, when the Nigeria economy ran into recession, then the then governor, Fatai Megida, then the then former vice president, Professor Yemi Osibajo, came into the Kwara State, and a program was flagged up, which is to distribute 2.5 billion naira to each state across 36 states in Nigeria. Kwara got almost 3 billion naira under that money. Then the money was put into the CBN. Then small-scale enterprises in Kwara State was asked to write business proposal. So based on their business status and their capacity, we wrote letter to the then Kwara State, the person in charge of the money, which is Mr. Segun Soewu. So we request for the beneficiary, we request for the amount given to each small-scale business. So then the government feel reluctant to release the beneficiary list to us until we serve the CBN pre-action notice, which is a means of taking a legal action against the CBN. Then the Emefiele, the same Emefiele, now send down the staff from Abuja to Kwara State. They do a thorough investigation. The process was scrutinized and everything. Then we are preparing to write petition to the EFCC. Then the Mala Brazza came in. So we will do the same thing for this government. There is need for the government. We will write the question to give up the beneficiary list, the amount that have been distributed since the establishment of this QASIP. So how much have been distributed there? What are the names and the account number of the small and medium enterprises that got this money? Because it is a taxpayer money.
Comrade, I want to
so
say that
we have a lot of work to do.
Sir, I want to say that don't you know anywhere apart from courts? You can go. Governor Lanre is a very gentle person. You can walk up to him. You walked up to him before. He gave you the social audit thing, and can't you just walk up to him and say, "Sir, give us the list"?
You see, transparency is needed, and democracy embrace gentleman approach. And while judiciary is the ultimate custodians of a good democracy, so like popular saying, judiciary is the last hope of common man. So we are in the democracy, and the civil society organizations, our role is to hold the government accountable. Before all these project details, the amount award for every project, then the duration that the project will be completed, everything is always being uploaded on the Kwara State website. But nothing like that again.
Are you saying that the government of Kwara State, the government of Kwara State has stopped updating?
My brother, you can verify. Kwara State website is open. When you go there, you will see that you will only see picture of projects. But how much was this project awarded? It's supposed to be there. And the duration that the project will be completed, they are supposed to be uploaded on the website. They are no more there. So transparency is needed. And all these things is dangerous for the government. All these things is dangerous for those in government today, because the government will head one day. And the moment the government head one day, petition can start flowing.
But I want to disagree.
So that the contractor will be invited. So there will be questions. So a lot of things will be followed, because transparency, it is a taxpayer money.
I want to chip something in. Like you've been saying the government. I say you talk about the judiciary. And in a democracy we have the 3 tiers of government. What about 3 arms of government? What about the legislature? Your
Freedom of Information Act.
I want to say your body, the body. You flag his flag, any network for sustainable development fought for FOI bill in 2018, 2019, and till date, we've not heard anything. Like, that is in the ambit of the legislature. What can you tell us about that? It's almost 6 years now.
You see, on the issue of FY, we are not relent on our efforts in holding the 10th Kwara State House of Assembly to let the bill see the light of the day. But the problem we have is that we have done our part. What else do we need to do? We have done our part. We have dragged the government to the court. We have wrote
You talked about urban renewal, and the government has been doing very well on the side of urban renewal, but recently there's a road that this government built, reconstructed, that is the Jebmot to Oloja road. But from the Adita access, there is a complaint that the government has put a barricade that, I mean, the big trucks cannot pass through that side. And I'm very sure you're conversant with that place. There are warehouses, there are filling stations. Have you tried to ask the government what is it? Because the people are crying on that side, and as a civil society organization, and as a member of the community, have you done anything so that the business transaction on that road will not be crippled?
You see, there's nothing you asked me about the road that the reconstruction of the road that I'm not aware. Starting from the beginning up to where the project has completed and finished. And one thing, the community have tried their best. And if you could remember, you see that the project started from the Yebmont and at a time stopped at Adita roundabout.
Yes.
And for some months, years, nothing is done on the road until the community held a peaceful protest. And the contractor resumed back to the site the following week after the community held the protest. And I want to tell you that the issue of restriction barrier being erected on the road.
Yeah, that's the second of its kind.
Yes.
I think it can even be scattered as a third, because first we had the barrier that was broken, then we had all this barricade, I mean the concrete barricade. Now I passed through that side yesterday. I passed through that side yesterday and realized that there was a new one. So
now we have one on the road now, just like what is it called? Just like a toll gate.
Like a toll gate, yes.
Just like toll gate. And the question is, the road was constructed about 40 years ago, where every vehicle is passing through the road. So how would the government now reconstruct the road and put a restriction to segregate some vehicles that will be passing through the road? I think it calls for serious question. And the community need to put themselves together to engage the government, because like you said, we have warehouse are many on the road. We have filling stations.
We have big markets.
We have big market. Yes, we have agro market and others. So I think what the community need to do, I'm part of the community.
Exactly.
So, and I've done my own. So, and I leave it to the community to do the needful. So, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I think that's a very good place to leave it. Thank you, Comr.
Thank you.
Our viewers. You've been with us for 8 years. Comr, the show has been with us for 8 years.
Thank you.
Our viewers, you two have been with us for 8 years. We hope that we celebrate more of the years together in health and elevated
success.
Jobs and success. Thank you very much, our viewers. I remember saying AbdulKadir is our once again. Do have a lovely day. See you next week.